Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. Assassin's Bullet. Wonder what that can mean. If anything, I'd say it's probably something along the lines to do with what's her name?
Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby, the Eren, the equivalent of Eren in this universe, I guess, or in this. I'm not gonna say continuum because it's literally the same timeline, but like that side's version of Eren in terms of like
this point in the timeline for that side, essentially.
Yes, the last couple episodes have been an absolute tremendous like uptick in action and just storytelling in terms of like bringing in all the people that we've known from the last 3 seasons of this show, and now this is the halfway mark. After this episode is halfway on the final season of Attack on Titan. I'll say this, thank you all for sticking with us, and I was planning to watch this through whether Nick wanted to or not, but here we are now, episode 8, and I think we're both fully in on this. So,
like I said at the beginning, and everybody just misinterpreted my words, I wasn't ever saying I wasn't going to watch it. I wasn't ever saying that like I'd already decided like the whole season was bad. I was just saying the first episode was not really what I expected. Not really a good hype up for going into the new season. You know?
And again,
it was a very like, why are we doing this all of a sudden? And then 2 explained everything and it made sense. So, and
thus here we are now, episode 8, and we're all in on this, guys. I'm interested to see what's going to happen.
I'm wondering what's up with Reiner right now, because
same.
When he transformed at the end of the last episode, he didn't look the same that he usually does.
Yeah, he had sort of like a different form.
Like his face had facial features rather than like the covered like jaw armor and stuff he usually has on.
Yeah, it's weird.
So I think he like only half-ass transformed.
I would say that. Also, it might be like a more concentrated version, because that's the one thing about the Armored Titan is that it was always like a beast, like a mass, like a pretty, like it was built like Brock Lesnar. That one doesn't look like that. It seems to be a lot more slender.
It looks like a JoJo's character or something,
kind
like the way he is right now.
All it's missing is the pose. Just the.
Obviously, he's not really wanting to fight, but at the same time, he transforms. So I feel like
I think it's because Gabby and Falco, like he's
Yeah.
inspired by them. He doesn't want to fight, but he will fight if it means helping them and helping his family and friends survive. I guess let's get this up on screen. Let's have us a watch. Here we go.
See, obviously he's fighting. So.
Oh! There goes his jaw.
Yeah.
He got the Jaw Titan back. Maybe that was his plan, to get the Jaw Titan away from Eren. I don't think Zeke is dead.
Hope it's not her bullet that's about to kill somebody we like. That's
gonna be no! Watch it kill. Oh no! I'm not.
Shitty.
I'm just gonna shut my mouth. Hey, what's up, Armin? Damn. He got busted down to a recruit. Yeah, the garrison's not needed anymore because the walls are no longer needing to be defended. Connie, don't say shit like that. No!
That would be a ridiculous shot.
Well, considering what Gabby's been able to pull off thus far, it wouldn't surprise me. Oh, God. Oh.
This is gonna be really bad.
Oh.
It's too late.
He grabbed on.
Oh shit. No! Fuck!
Oh, fucking hell. God damn it. No! No! Stowaways.
なぜそのマーレ兵だと分かった？
それは私が個人的に興味のある人物だったジークの信奉者でしたから。
Oh.
ファルコ。なぜここにいる？ジークさんはなぜ？
生きていたんだね。でもこいつらに捕まっていたなんて。
立体機動で乗り込んできました。 そしてこの子にサシャが撃たれて助かりそうになりません。
それで全ては計画通りってわけですか、GPA は。
No way. Zeke was the traitor?
大筋は良かったが誤算は
何この子たち。
誤算だ。
いやいや、アキトとシャリキはお前が想像するんじゃなかったのかよ。仲間が余計に死んだんだぞ。
すみません、確かに2人はあなた
一人の俺たちにくれてやったわけだ。統計しては大した即興劇だった。なあ、小便ちびったらどうしてくれんだ。お前こそ大した役者じゃないか。俺を殺したくてしょうがなかった。俺は一番食いてえもんを最後まで取っておくタイプだ。よーく味わって食いてえからな。主力艦隊と軍港を壊滅させた。これで時間は稼げたはずです。
世界がパラディ島に総攻撃を仕掛けてくるまでの時間から命がけで君を取り返した。それを分かっておいて自らを人質に強行策を取るとは。君は我々を信頼し、我々は君への信頼を失った。
巨人と王家の血を引く巨人が揃った。すべての尊い犠牲がエルディアに自由をもたらし。
That's right, because Zeke, where he's got royal blood, he can control the founding... Oh no. Sasha's...
サシャが死んだ。
Fuck!
I already knew she was dead.
No, just...
You don't just get a
The
hole
hope,
blown
dude.
through you and survive without there being a hospital right next to you.
Just figured maybe they'd be able to stop the bleeding enough to help her.
No.
サシャ、それは
What's for dinner?
肉。
お前が調査兵団を巻き込んだからサシャは死んだんだぞ。
Fuck.
I figured it had to be one of the three that, you know, outside of the main cast, you know. I figured it had one of the main three. Connie, Jean, and Sasha, and it had to be Sasha.
Yeah. So I like all of them, but
I do too.
like Sasha's precious and that fucking blows.
That does fucking blow, man, because not only was she funny, she had tremendous character growth in the second and third seasons.
Yeah.
Because we learned about where she was from, what she, you know, what her family was, you know, and we also saw her, like, grow to care for... we knew that she cared in the first season, but we really saw, like, her level of dedication and caring for the other members of the Scouts. Jesus Christ.
I don't know why, like, whenever one of them was like, wasn't he outside still? He's like, no, I think he came on board, and it's like, why not just turn around to check? Then maybe you'd see the fucking child rolling on board with a rifle before somebody gets blown up. Like,
It's small oversights like that. I mean,
sons of bitches.
you celebrate it. Here's the thing. When soldiers, like, were leaving Air Force bases and, like, combat areas, they didn't celebrate until they were on safe ground.
Yeah.
That's a mistake of every single like military person out there knows you do not do. You do not celebrate on the ride home from the combat zone. You do not celebrate on the plane home from the Air Force base in the combat area. You only celebrate when your feet are on the ground, on truly safe ground. Home. When you are home, that's when you celebrate. Until then, you bite your fucking tongue and you keep on alert. You may drive yourself a little bit crazy, but guess what? You'll make it home.
For all they knew, there could have been something that they did have down on the ground, like, to take out the airship on the way out. Like, it could have just been like, this was a huge victory. Everybody's dead.
All of a sudden, a huge cannon blast just blows through the side of the hab.
Yeah.
And that guy just
the
gets
airship
destroyed.
just incinerates everybody on board.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, yeah, that was not a good idea to let their fucking guard down as bad as they did there.
Yeah.
Just because they were up on the airship.
Well, they were in the final stage of the plan, in which, even in the final stage, so that's just like me. I mean, as much as I want to celebrate the project that we did a couple days ago, I know that, the journey's just beginning onto the final thing, because, as much as I'm happy about it, I know not to, like, hold my breath, or I know I need to, like, hold it back until I know and see 100% what when we reach the finish line.
Yeah.
Just like, it's like the tortoise and the hare. You don't take the easy road. You stay on course until the job is done. Keep fighting until the fighting's done.
Looks like, so Zeke somehow turncoated to an extent against...
I wonder if...
Marley, but looks like it was because he thinks they're going to be able to free the Eldians in some capacity.
Well, you gotta think...
And Eren did what he did by himself. They weren't planning for that, apparently, and he only told them in the letters, and that's the only reason that they came to do that whole thing, and they had something else in mind probably before that, so...
Probably.
Yeah,
And...
it just made that whole thing... a little bit more complicated in terms of figuring out exactly what the hell was going on there.
Well, I'm convinced that Zeke probably, like, him and Eren came to, like, as they stated, Eren, let himself pretty much be taken hostage. It's just he put on the persona that he was Kruger, the man who was, the injured man who, was, just able to, he talked to people every now and again.
I'm still wondering what exactly they meant by the hostage thing, too, because he wasn't really a hostage. He was just in a...
I guarantee you he was taken, but yet he didn't tell anyone he was, like if he wanted to, at any point, he could have turned into a Titan form and gotten away. But I guarantee you he didn't, and that took everyone by surprise. And they were probably planning on extracting him. Well, we don't know
to
the
me,
full terms of it yet.
There's two things I'm wondering about, because it could have been a metaphorical hostage thing in terms of, like, you were held hostage there because you didn't have an out until we came to get you. Or it could have been, like, a thing where he lied in the letters and said that he was being held hostage to get them to come for him, even though he wasn't actually being held hostage at that point.
Yeah.
So I don't really know which.
I
don't know if either of those is correct. I just feel like either of those could be a possibility.
We'll see, because I think effectively Eren and Zeke both had the plan, and I guarantee you Eren told them that him and Zeke had this plan, and the scouts were not 100% trusting of it, and that's why Levi, especially Levi, I guarantee, like, that's why he was still confrontational towards Zeke, because keep in mind, Zeke is the reason why the scouts literally had to rebuild from almost nothing. He, like, massacred the scouts on the field on the outside of Wall Maria, or is it Wall Rose? I forget.
I can't remember which one.
But that whole scenario,
I still think he fully plans to kill him whenever they're done doing whatever they're doing.
Well,
they have him tied up still, so obviously they don't trust him fully or anything.
Well, they don't trust Eren either, because Eren, is tied up as well. The whole thing with this whole scenario, dude, is just we've been presented a whole new scenario that I didn't even expect, because I didn't expect Zeke to be pull turncoat. Yeah. I expected, maybe they had a few patsies that were doing their job for them, like Falco was. Falco was delivering the letters and not knowing that it was going to the enemy. And I figured maybe they had one or two others, like that soldier that trapped the cart and the Jaw Titan underground. But overall, there's so much at play there, and now that it's been revealed that Zeke has effectively just taken charge and is now helping Eren from the looks of it. Now they have the Founding Titan genes, and they also have Zeke, who has royal blood.
I don't know that he's helping Eren, but helping
the Eldians.
Them,
Well, he's helping the Eldians, in which I think that's one thing him and Eren are in agreement on. They're brothers, after all. They're half-brothers.
You can tell, like, even Hanji, like, she doesn't really like yell at people, but she was mad at Eren. Like, she was like, yeah, just wait until the whole fucking world comes to kill us now, basically.
Well,
it's like she knew he started a world war, but at the same time, it's like he's got a explanation as to why he did what he did, you know, like, to an extent. Like, and I'm sure he's going to explain more when they get back, but...
Oh, no doubt.
You could tell the way they were setting it up when they did that scene with him listening to the speech and stuff, you know, like he was sitting there talking to Reiner, and then he was like, whenever the guy was like, we have to go, and we have to kill him, and Eren's a terrorist, and we have to go take that Titan back because he's going to bring apocalyptic, like, you know, events upon the whole world, and he's like, there you go.
It's all the proof I needed. Boom. And
it's
then
like,
just attack.
It's like, they're not going to leave me alone, so I'm going to do this.
Yeah, and now the whole complication of having Gabi and Falco on board of the ship, I guarantee you, if they get taken back to Paradise, they're going to see the life that Paradisians have had to live, and also hopefully we're going to see Paradise, and we're going to see what advancements have been made technologically, because from what it sounds like, from what Lobov was saying, the garrison's no longer needed because the walls aren't in need of defense anymore because of the fact that the Titans have been dealt with, from what it seems. And yeah, I would say effectively she is. I think Gabi and Falco. I know Gabi's probably not, because I think both of them are shocked as well by Zeke's decision. I think that's going to affect them big time too, because to them Zeke was like a god. Zeke was like who they aspired to be like. They wanted to be like Zeke, and now he's a turncoat for the enemy from their perspective right now, because he's sitting up in their airship talking and discussing about freeing the Eldians. I mean, the whole thing. We also got a little bit of the look at the Stockholm syndrome that Gabi is like entrenched in, because that's what it seems to be. The Eldians, though they are citizens of Marley, they're still captives. And for her, the reason why that she's so adamant to like kill the Paradisians now is because they've pretty much ruined their like advancement up the social ladder in Marley. And now they're going to be continued to be looked at as devils, because now the Paradisians have destroyed the higher ups and completely mauled their military.
She had an unattainable goal. Like, she was like,
It's
I worked so hard to prove that we're good people, and it's like, I hate to tell you, but they're never going to.
Well,
like, as long as you exist, they're going to look at you that way, like, until you do something major to tell them, no, this is not okay.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not just going to prove that you're good people, and they're going to be like, oh, okay, you're good people now. We'll start treating you like, anybody else. Like, that's never going to happen.
No, never.
And she's going to start to see that probably when she actually is going to get a glimpse at what life is like in the walls. The fact that not everyone there's a fucking devil. Obviously, like, whenever they came at her to beat the shit out of her in Falco,
yeah,
like, the way they showed that scene was like a thing. It was like, oh, look, the devils are coming at me. Like, like it.
Well, of course,
it kind of looked like to me, like,
well, dude, from her perspective,
she's like, she's seeing like these screaming dudes, like, that look like devils, basically coming to beat the shit out of her. Like,
well, yeah, and they were scared.
Yeah, and then what she didn't really get to see, like, is like, the girl that she just blew a fucking hole through was probably one of the sweetest people. Like, yeah, like the girl, like, that she blew a hole through, sniped and killed like some other soldiers, but it was like mid-combat and it's war, so she doesn't get to see the perspective. Like, it's always a matter of perspective on things.
Always is.
And so, I mean, I don't know what she's going to end up thinking and doing, like what's going to happen to them, like, at all, because I don't know. It's just hard to change your views when you've had all that shit drilled completely into you and you keep seeing things from the wrong perspective. Like,
yeah,
it's hard to believe that, like, there'll be something big enough to change the way she's outlooking on the whole situation at all.
Yeah, and I want to believe that Gabi. I know Falco's probably going to be more receptive to, seeing things from the side of the Paradisians, but Gabi, I really don't know, man.
Yeah, because he was already keeping in mind what Eren said. He was like trying to decide whether to believe that, you know.
Yeah.
She's like, "Did you see that?" And he's like, "No, well, neither did I." And it's like, yeah, well.
Well, here's the thing.
It's one guy's word, like based off of like actually, you know, going and seeing yourself. So.
And maybe now where they go see for themselves what paradise is like, then hopefully...
Because, I mean, honestly, that's like fucking, you know, the equivalent of us having like a dude from the Taliban over here captive, and he just tells you, like, you know, it's like, yeah, in the Taliban, like, we have a lot of sweet people, and... You know, we're not all devils, and yet...
No, I believe that personally. I
America's trying to hunt us down and stuff, you know, and
well,
like, and us just being like, yeah, okay.
Well, no, truth is, I know that there are people out there who, you know, in all walks of life, there's good everywhere. I don't believe that all people who are associated with X group here are inherently evil. I believe that there are people who are mentally... they're mentally compromised from like growing up in desperate situations and clasp onto the closest thing that they can call family or like associate with reality. I've seen that. I've witnessed that. I've witnessed like blood bonds that, you know, family, like familial ties, like they'll die for this member of their family, even though, you know, even though that member of their family is a complete and total piece of shit. I've witnessed that. It's ugly. And people are more than willing to take advantage of that. They're willing to take advantage of people's desperation to get them on their side. They're like, they'll just be like, look, man, I've been like a brother to you. We've been family for so long. And now they're going to take me away, man. What are you going to do? And that person who's known you as family and, you know, you've given them so much... That'd be equivalent of me, like, looking at you and just being like, hey, man, you know, this person here's been talking a lot of mad shit about me. You know, I really appreciate, man, if you go on there and talk mad shit to them, just give them what for. And thus, you know, I'd be forcing you to do that.
Yeah, bringing someone else into your conflict.
Exactly. I don't want to do that. I've witnessed it so many times. People dragging others in for no other reason than the fact that they don't want to handle shit themselves, and they are willing to take advantage of other people's, you know, desperate ideals.
Which that is exactly what governments and war have always done.
Well, dude, every time, like...
It's like a government gets mad at another country, so they drag all of their citizens into their problem.
Oh, they're desperate citizens.
And send them to die.
The ones who have nothing. Like, poor John Boy who came up in a trailer park... whose mom's a pillhead, his dad's never been there.
It's like, hey, we'll pay you enough to actually eat some food if you come and, like, try to kill this other country's people for us. So.
And next thing you know, they're joining up in the military. They get indoctrinated into the military mindset. They know nothing else but the military. The military's their family. The government's their daddy. And, you know, how can they say no? They can't say no because they're no longer a name. They're a number. And that's the whole thing. I mean,
like, I respect the position of military for like keeping us safe and everything, but like
I respect the soldiers.
I don't respect the government. I don't respect world government's like whole tendency to just be like, "Hey, fuck you, other country. Like, I'm gonna send a bunch of my regular Joe citizens to fuck your regular Joe citizens' days up."
Yeah, I respect the shit out of soldiers.
I've always said, I really fucking think there should be some kind of like united like world convention that agrees that like if fucking countries don't agree on some shit, they need to have like a contest between their leaders of some kind to solve some shit.
Like, or as Ron Swanson would say, like a decathlon.
Yeah, exactly, like a decathlon or fucking.
Yeah, and the only person in government,
at the very least, like, you know, a fucking chess competition or something. Like. So it's like, well, clearly I've beaten you at chess 3 out of 5 times, so I've proven that I'm smarter than you, and therefore my stance on this situation is the one we're going to go with. How about that?
Oh, my God. Oh, dude, that'd be hilarious. Wouldn't happen, but it'd be hilarious to watch. Yeah. Could you imagine, like, Joe Biden trying to play chess? He would just be like... And the other guy would just be like, you moved my piece. And Joe Biden's just like, am I white or black?
Joe Biden's just like, come on, man.
He's like, you move that piece. Wait, you ain't black. I'm black.
Jesus Christ. Anyways,
I'm sorry.
I think we should probably go on and watch our other show.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just had to say it. Anyway, that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. This was Attack on Titan, Season 4, Episode 8, The Assassin's Bullet. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hopefully we will see you all in the next one. So until then, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you then. Peace out.
Rip Sasha.
Yeah.